Priscilla Catsnip is back at the news anchor's desk for the Leopards News Network. We have tons to get to today. So many stories, so many faces being eaten. I want to start with this live social post from Trump. He said if there was a smoking gun on Epstein, why didn't the Dems, who controlled the files for 4 years and had Garland and Comey in charge, use it? Because they had nothing. Even though he really campaigned hard on this, this is the reason why MAGA is coming for him. And he said this at 5:04 a.m. He has literally nothing else to talk about because his base is coming for him. And this is what he said yesterday on Live Social. Based on the ridiculous amount of publicity given to Jeffrey Epstein, I have asked Attorney General Pam Bondi to produce any and all pertinent grand jury testimony subject to court approval. This scam perpetuated by the Democrats should end now. You see what he's saying? The pertinent grand jury testimony. He knows that a bunch of this stuff is going to be redacted. That's the reason why he carefully crafted his words. He knows what is going to be court approved. He's not slick. People are not falling for this. The public breakup of Elon is still evident. Elon Musk was getting into it yesterday, saying, wow, I can't believe Epstein self-deleted before realizing it was all a hoax. And then this person says, really? At Grok. And then Grok says, indeed, the Epstein self-deletion narrative has more holes than a Swiss cheese factory. Official reports say hanging, but broken bones, guard failures, and camera malfunctions. Some suggest a cover-up. What's your take? What is your take? I don't know. Sounds kind of sus to me. Remember the name Tom Massie? Tom Massie is one of the Republicans that voted against the big, beautiful BS of a bill and got on the negative radar of Donald Trump. Trump said he's going to primary Thomas Massie, but this is what he said on Twitter a few days ago. He said, we all deserve to know what's in the Epstein files, who's implicated, and how deep this corruption goes. Americans were promised justice and transparency. We're introducing a discharge petition to force a vote in the U.S. House of Representatives on releasing the complete files. And remember, a few days ago, the Republicans all voted no about releasing the files. So this is a Republican that is still trying to get some clarity, some transparency. So you know that Trump is really going to be coming for this man. These are some TikTok comments. So this person says, Trump campaigned on this. He campaigned on being the admin of transparency. They should have given a better explanation or never said anything in the first place. I'm sorry, but it's unacceptable. That was a campaign promise. They either give us the list or we vote Democrat in the primary and flip Congress. I think people should be outraged. He campaigned on this. Release the files. They'll never release it. Too many politicians on it from both sides. I voted for Trump, but everything he said so far to get elected has been a blatant lie. This woman says, I just don't know why he's attacking his own base over this. I'm extremely disappointed in him. I'm sure he's going to be so upset knowing that this woman is disappointed in him. I know I feel disappointed as well, lady. This person says, yeah, the Trump administration is just another branch of the swamp. We were all duped. This woman says he's single-handedly unaliving his MAGA base. LOL. That's pretty bad. This person says, did you see the last thing he put on Live Social? Apparently, if any of us care about this, he doesn't want us as supporters anymore. It's an insane position after literally campaigning on the issue. This woman says, I don't consider myself MAGA or Republican at this point. I'd say I'm an independent conservative. I really hope that Trump keeps alienating more people. I hope that the one big beautiful bill that he implements and that the Republican Congress have pushed through, I hope that it really starts ticking off his base. I really hope that they start feeling everything that they voted for. I hope that they feel it for 2 to 3 years, maybe even 3 to 7 years, so they feel it financially, so that they feel it in when their kids go to school and the schools are impacted. I hope that they feel it every single day when they notice that the jobs seem a little light in their area. I hope that they feel it so bad that maybe, just maybe, that this whole MAGA movement can crumble underneath the fleshy alphaness, the squishy alphaness of Donald Trump. This next set of comments come from the conservative subreddit. They are melting down over there. They really don't want people that are Democrats over there talking back and forth with them. So this is literally them melting down. This person, left for days gone, says, Trump, I'm kind of tired of winning. Let's throw every effing thing away and hand the country right back to the a-holes who destroyed it. No, they are going to destroy it a whole lot. They're going to make it so that it takes like 2 or 3 generations to rebuild. It's going to be a mess. Thank you, y'all, for voting this mess in. Not Rad Trad says, is kept alive by the cowards who refuse to be transparent and let us have all the information to reach our own conclusions. I don't know what exactly is kept alive. Maybe that's the hoax. I don't know. But they are definitely talking about the Jeffrey Epstein list at this particular juncture. I just don't know what got deleted. Irish Wolfhounder says, well, I for one am going to take him at his word. He doesn't want my support and I'm not giving it. Good luck on the midterms, buddy. Also, Vance, this is your time to speak out on the issue. Take a stance for us or no votes for you. Nixus says, yeah, this is make or break for Vance's career right now. He has a long, possibly presidential future if he doesn't fumble the entire conservative base by protecting PDF files. Never thought I'd see the day when Trump would pull a page out of Hillary's book and crap on Republicans for standing up for what's right. Queso Staying 2 says, F this guy, what a clown. This does not make me feel good about supporting the Republican Party. This just feels gross and immoral. We should not let up on this topic. Yes, I agree. Keep pounding this topic. Keep talking about it over and over. Independent Top says, picture, if you would, is 2017. Trump is president. The Clintons, the Obamas, and the entire Biden crime family meet in the basement of Pedo Pizza Parlor in Washington, D.C. to write their magnum opus, the Epstein Files. App State says, how do we go from the administration saying the list is sitting on my desk to there is no list? Because Trump and his whole administration, they are a bunch of liars. Are you guys really this confused? Beluga Billiam says, I was pretty proud of Trump all this time, but this is a pretty huge F up. Kind of poop that will ruin his term. What an idiotic move. Rhett Nimmock says, pretty bad people, deplorable people. You could almost say this story is being kept alive by the same basket of deplorables that Hillary was complaining about. Dom650 says, it's pretty astounding how poorly they've all managed this in virtually every regard. They've burned so much goodwill towards their administration. And to that, I say, yes, this makes me so happy. It's unfortunate that this overshadows good things being done, but Trump and team must know that the left will blow up anything they can to make him look bad, and they're just giving them ammo on a silver platter. The Dems literally don't have to do anything. They just have to just be quiet and let Trump and MAGA go at each other. It makes it so much easier. Huluk says he's going to ride this plane into the ground. Carrying Baggage says midterms for sure. Gummy Panda Bear says the Qatar plane or the Lolita Express. ZR71 says the plane never left the ground, so it'll continue to just sit there. Not sure what people are expecting to happen. Xfon says, finally people here on this sub are realizing what a garbage human this guy is, a stain and a blight on our country's history, an absolutely unfit human being to be president. Anon120 says, he's lost over half of us, myself included. This is getting beyond insulting. Provia says, Trump, what the F are you doing here, man? What are you doing? And then finally, he says anything he says about this that doesn't include "I'm releasing all the files today" makes him look worse. This is a really big black spot on his record. It's not enough for his base to abandon him, but it has introduced the fallibility to many who have regarded him as their political messiah. Ugh. The fact that they think he's a messiah is so gross. So gross. There you go.
I do declare I feel as though I have been hoodwinked and bamboozled and my intelligence is being taken for a ride. Colonel President Trump said that he was going to fix this country and I thought that he was the man for the job. But it turns out he was friends with Jeffrey Epstein after he told us he wasn't. I've been waiting for months, years even, to see all the names on the flight record to that dirty little island. You don't suspect that Colonel President Trump is on that list, is he? You don't think that President Trump was on that island? He said he wasn't. Colonel President Trump said that he hated massages. If he hated massages, why would he be on the island? That was the only thing that was going on anyway. So if he was, maybe it was just to get a massage or two. I have seen the pictures of him and Jeffrey Epstein. Yes, I have, from the 90s, at parties in the 90s. They were on Reddit. They're from the fake news. They were doctored. Right? They were fake images. AI. Woke. Dirty woke stuff. Those pictures weren't real. Were they? He couldn't have possibly been friends with